Okay, these are 2-minute gestures. Again, you'll start with kind of a 1-minute approach, finding the main flow of the figure. And then you're going to move immediately to the contour, but you're going to make big sweeping generalization, big sweeping essential arcs, not little sketches, just big movements that show the curves of the figure. They'll begin and end in one place. They won't hesitate. They'll move across the entirety of the figure. Also pay attention to the negative spaces, like what's happening below her arms. And as the minute ends, you can start to refine and add more tertiary details as well. At the same time, you're darkening the edge. So again, find these major masses, the ribs, the hips, the head, the direction of the arms, directions of the legs. In this 2-minute time period, you can even look at the eyes. You're not drawing the eyes individually, you're just drawing the T shape of the eye and the nose, orienting them. Sometimes you can even use the side of your pencil in an effort to kind of... Okay, let's slow things down a little bit. Notice I'm looking for the thrust of her spine down through her hips. I'm looking for the big curve of her pelvis, her rib cage, and I'm looking for the arm movement. A lot of times you can do curves on the top of the forms and make the back straighter. So the back of the arm straight, the front of the arm curved, the top of the leg straight, the back of the legs curved. This can give it a sense of dynamism and a sense of muscles as opposed to just flat and stiff kind of robotics. You can see I'm looking for the chin, the T of the eyes, the nose, that center line of the features. Just little horizontal lines for the nose and the lips, looking for the masses of the hair. But just look at how I'm making ticks, and I'm really just kind of essentializing everything. Big, dramatic, essentializing curves. Looking for the areas of greatest contrast. As the pose moves on, I can start to refine the curves a little bit more, look a little more precisely, look for tertiary details, break things down into their components. Look how straight that leg is that's sitting on the ground. Rounding out the shoulder, looking for the elbow. So it's really just about getting more fine detail as opposed to the gesture drawing, which is very open and loose. Here you start to get a little bit more the likeness. So again, starting with the major masses of the ribs and the waist, the pelvic bone, then the upper leg. Now here you have foreshortening, so it's really important to pay attention to the kind of nature of the forms as they overlap one another and look for the simple shape, not what you know but what you see. So for instance, that thigh is like a triangle, whereas the lower part of the leg is like a cylinder coming towards you. The box of the palms and the fingers, the sweep of the shoulder, front plane of the face and the chin, the location of the eye and the nose, refining the shape of the shoulder, looking for some shadow marks. Again, I want you to notice how I'm moving all over the figure. I'm not just concentrating on one area and finishing it. I'm building it up, raising it up all at one time. Toes. So you can see, I move from big sweeping generalizations to much smaller marks that can stand for things like fingers, that can stand for things like toes and eye and nose. But again, even those are generalized. I'm not drawing an eye, I'm drawing the dark and its location of those lashes.